I'm sure we've all heard the excuse that eating healthy is too expensive. Hello, I'm Moni B, and welcome to my channel. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how I made this meal prep for only $10. So let's get into the recipe. For this meal prep, I went to Aldi's to get all my groceries. And one thing about me when I grocery shop, I like to get in and get out. So that means I have to know what I'm looking for. And I started off in the produce section to get a high fiber veggie. I decided to go with broccoli. And one thing about broccoli is you have to be very careful when cleaning it. So if you're in a rush, I would just say go with frozen. Next, I'm going to pick up my protein, which is boneless and skinless chicken thighs, which came out to be right under $6. And lastly, we're going to look for our complex carbohydrates. And I chose to go with quinoa and brown rice. I ended up having quinoa at home already, but just for the purpose of this video, this will fit in the budget. And this was under $3 as well. So everything came up to a total of a little over $10, which for me is still within my budget. So now let's go home and make our recipe. For time's sake, I decided to roast my broccoli. And when I do a lot of my meal prepping, I try to look for recipes that I can make in the oven or the crock pot because that gives me the option to multitask. So after my broccoli is nice and clean, I'm going to season them with salt and pepper. I also drizzle olive oil over them and let them cook in the oven. And next, I'm going to go over to my chicken, and I seasoned it with basic ingredient, salt, pepper, paprika, and onion powder. But I'm going to list out the exact recipe in my description, so be sure to check it out for all the full details. And you want to just make sure your chicken is nicely coated. And this time I did cook my chicken on the stove, but again, this can be cooked in the oven as well. So once my chicken and my broccoli was cooking, I made my quinoa, which is really easy to cook. I just boil water and salt and cook it like rice. And this was the end result. So if you all do give this recipe a try, feel free to let me know, and I will see you all in my next video.